private pontoon boat. We do dolphin sightseeing. We have fishing poles, fishing license. We have all the snorkeling equipment, island hopping. You can bring your own food and your own alcohol. We always have a cooler with chip soda and water on board. $125 an hour, 2-hour minimum. If you like to go to Caladisi Sandbar, it's $400 for 3 hours. And we also have a 42-foot Regal that you can take out in the Gulf of Mexico with your own captain. Come on and make memories with your family and friends. We are pet friendly. SunkissCharters.com, 727-871-7788.
Initialize sequence now.
Join the countdown for actors, modeling, singers, songwriters, musicians, dancers, performers, and voiceovers from across the nation to across the world. Here with Dawn Reese on Hollywood Connections on Tam Talk Radio 106.1 FM.
Hi, this is Pam Tillis, and you're listening to Hollywood Connection with Dawn.
Hi, I'm Gina Lee Nolan, and you're listening to Hollywood Connections.
Hey, everyone. I'm Cassie Skirbo with Dawn, the lovely Dawn, and you're listening and watching Hollywood Connection.
Hey, what up, you guys? It's your girl, Vivica Fox. You are watching Hollywood Connections on Tam Talk Radio with Dawn. Little foxy thing. Enjoy.
Hi, you're listening to Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese, and I'm Kathleen Gatty from General Hospital, Dr. Liesl Obrecht.
Hello, I'm Butch Patrick, and you're listening to Dawn Reese's Tan Talk Radio, Hollywood Connections.
John Snyder, you're listening to Dawn Reese on Hollywood Connection.
Hey, this is Jason Thompson from The Young and the Restless. You're listening to Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese.
Hi, Squidward Tentacles here, reminding you about Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese. If you want to know about voiceovers, this is where you need to tune in. You can hear me too. Have a great day. Is this thing still on?
Hey, this is Brittany Sarpy from Young and the Restless, and you are listening to Dawn Reese Hollywood Connection.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Charlie Adler, and I'm shouting out, I guess that's a word, because I'll be on Hollywood Connection soon.
Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Everybody comes here. This is Hollywood, land of dreams. Some dreams come true, some don't, but keep on dreaming. This is Hollywood. Always time to dream, so keep on dreaming.
Hi, and welcome to Hollywood Connections. I'm Dawn Reese, and my co-host is
Mama J Speaks. Hello, everyone.
And thank you so much for joining me on this rainy day in Florida.
Absolutely.
You are a lifesaver on that as well. I just with a life preserver brought in with the rain.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I want to thank Joseph. He's another stunt guy, and he does like the Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he told me about this gentleman to my left. Introduce yourself.
Hi there. I'm the gentleman to the left. I'm David Syracusa. I'm a local actor, writer, director, producer, and other fun stuff like that. And we have a stunt academy, like you said, right here in Pinellas.
That's phenomenal. And I know you used to have a show here at Tan Talk.
I did, yeah. How to become an actor. That's what it was.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh,
yeah,
very
becoming
cool.
an actor, yeah.
And so you're also a director.
I have directed, yeah. I've acted, I've written. I really enjoyed pretty much every aspect of the industry, really.
Nice. And so tell us where your academy for stunt school is at and what ages you're looking for, and a little bit more information for people out there that are looking for something to do. And we were talking about, is it really for kids? You said, it's really for adults, but if a kid really wants to do it.
Well, the kids love it. I'm not going to say the kids don't love it. The
right.
problem is it is
physical.
It's very physical. And you have to have a lot of good control, and you really have to be disciplined for it, because everything in stunts is all about safety.
Right.
Right. You want to make sure that you can replicate the same stunt over and over and over again and never get hurt. Whether you're falling down stairs or you're getting pulled by the wires or whatever it is that you're doing, you have to make sure that it's safe. And so it's a lot of discipline. The kids get very excited for it, but sometimes there's a little too much excitement. So you really have to be a pretty disciplined child for that. And for the adults, we're really looking for that kind of, the sweet spot is the 17 to 18-year-old up to maybe 40.
Okay.
I'm 54. It starts to hurt a little bit when you're doing those forward rolls and back rolls. The back starts to creak and crack. And you have to be in fairly good shape because it's demanding on you.
Right.
But when you do it right, it's fantastic to watch on film.
I know Mama J has a lot of questions too, and I just have a few more, and just one, and then we'll go to Jacqueline. Mama J speaks. What about you were talking about like with the ages? My question, it's important. How can you get them into movies afterwards? Do you help them?
After the training?
After the training, that's correct.
We absolutely do our best to help them with that. And my partner, Kevin Rigo, who does all of the stunt training, I don't do the stunt training. I actually opened the academy because I wanted to become a stunt performer.
Okay.
And now I'm realizing at my age, it's a little bit limited for me. So Kevin has been doing this for 20, 25 years, every continent. He's amazing. And he does a great job of working with the individuals and, helping them to develop. So,
so you can try to get them placement with, I know with the local agents, but some of them you really need someone to do that stunt work.
Yeah. So the biggest thing with Kevin is that he's always trying to place them someplace because there's so many great things in Florida. You don't really think about it, but you've got Universal Studios, you've got Disney, you've got Legoland, you've got Ringling Brothers, you've got all sorts of amazing places here that are looking for stunt performers. So there are a lot of areas. And one of the bad things for stunt performers, so there are a lot of areas. And one of the bad things about being an actor is that you don't go into the business in order to make money. You go into it for the love of the business because a lot of the times you're not making huge money, especially in Florida. You have to go to Hollywood, you have to go to Atlanta, whatever. Well, with stunt training, you usually can get a lot more money. You can demand more money because you're a specialized individual now. And Florida does have a good share of films, though. We have our Lifetime and Hallmark movies that come here that shoot every year. So there is a great need for stunt professionals. And I really got tired of seeing productions come here and then bring with them all their stunt people because we didn't have anybody local. We're now one of 2 stunt academies in Florida. The other one's down in Miami.
Well, and how many weeks of training?
It really depends. It depends on the individual. That's like saying, Michael Jordan, how long did it take you to become the greatest basketball player? Well, Michael Jordan probably picked it up pretty quickly. Most everyone else takes a little longer. So if you have background in dance or martial arts or gymnastics, things like that, or you're just a very good physical athlete and you have good body control, you're going to go a lot further, a lot quicker. But we had people that trained for 6, 7, 8 months and we're already getting on set.
Wow.
And we're earning really good money as a stunt performer.
What about women?
Oh, Kevin is constantly telling me, Dave, we need more ladies. We need more female stunt performers.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past that age limit. And how long has this stunt school been open? Like, had I known this about 15, 20 years ago, I would have applied or something because I used to be a dancer. I used to be a gymnast. I used to do swimming and diving and everything. I used to be a burlesque entertainer, so I knew how to do stuff.
You would have been fantastic because it's a lot of aerial stuff. When you do the wire work, that's a lot of aerial. When you're doing the pratfalls and things like that, you have to jump and roll and tuck, and that all goes right into that gymnast, that ballerina being able to stretch. And so there's a lot to it.
Make it gracefully fall.
Make it graceful, yes.
Thankfully, I've always known how to gracefully fall. One of the things was I was living up in Tennessee and I was on the back of a motorcycle and my friend decided to go super slow, make a turn, and it fell over. Somehow I landed it just right. It was amazing. But I really wish that I had known about the school. How long has it been open?
So it's only been open about 1.5 years now, because we would be going on a little over 2 years by now, but the hurricanes knocked us out for about 5 or 6 months. We had another location, and the hurricane knocked off all 4 of our bay doors. So in a way, that was very fortunate because our location now is much better. We're right at where 275 and the Bayside Bridge meet, right near the Clearwater Courthouse, right off the Howard Franklin. So it's very easy for anyone from Tampa, from St. Pete, Sarasota.
I live right in that area.
Well, there you go.
We gotta stop over and
I
check
could
it out.
actually come in and do massages for everybody.
There you go. Hey, when we're doing those stair falls, I'm sure they would really appreciate the massages.
I know, that's an extra bonus because
I have a massage table and everything. So if you want to contract me, you know.
That is hard. Mama J Speaks is also a massage therapist and she works at Essential Spa. So just tell us about that real quick as well.
I do work at Essential Spa of Clearwater. I'm just letting everybody know I'm taking a sabbatical.
Are you?
At the end of June, I'm going to take a 2-month sabbatical. I'm going to kind of do my own thing. I'm going to have my other job at the poker room because that's what makes most money for me. I will stay on call for them, of course, if they need someone to come in, if somebody decides to randomly take a day off. And if I happen to be available, I'll be happy to do that. But I'm just starting to do something.
To get your own massage therapy business going, maybe?
It's transformation transition time right now. So, but it kind of sucks that you're now telling me about this academy, man. I mean, I wish I was going in reverse in the age thing.
I say it all the time when I'm watching the guys and girls running around and jumping out there. They're doing amazing things. And I think, man, 10 years younger, no problem.
Yeah.
So
what is the pay about? I know like extra work is hardly anything.
Right.
What would you say a stunt actor would make? An idea ballpark.
Well, I mean, if you're getting $100 a day for an actor, you're probably getting $300-400 a day for a stunt performer.
Oh, wow.
Because so that's the nice thing because a lot of how it is. Actors are dirt poor. I mean, again, a lot of the times it's not for the money that we're doing this. We're doing it for the love of the industry.
Right.
We love what we're doing.
And we love to wait to get paid 6 months later.
Yeah, isn't that fun? And then you get the check and you say, what was this for? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Right.
So, when you're working those jobs, it's really tough because students come to us and they say, oh, it's $150 for the month of unlimited training.
What?
Like $150.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, but the actors say, oh, my 150, that's so much. And I say, well, here's the thing. If 6 months from now, 8 months from now, you're on set, you think about it, you get 2-3 days as a stunt performer, $300-400, you've basically made up nearly all of what you've paid.
Right.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you're a regular person like myself, and if I wanted to just do some training, just, so I can learn how to fall better as I get older.
Or like when I'm ice skating, and I used to be a really good figure skater, and I'm on the ice with you, and I'm like, oh, I can't do not spins or jumps anymore. What if I fall? How do I get up? So can you teach gracefully ice skating, get up?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure Kevin could teach that because Kevin can teach anything. But no, he is looking for the actors that are going to be on set on a weekly basis that he can call on and say, hey, Universal just said they're adding in a new Indiana Jones feature and they need someone that's going to fall from 40 feet. We've worked on this. We need someone. We need an actress who's going to fall downstairs 30 times on set. So, hey,
me and heights just don't get along since I've had children.
Well, it's not all about falling, but that does seem to be a lot with the stunts.
The falling down from 40 feet, I still wonder how in the world was I going to be diving off the high boards and everything like that. That was a lot. But I have a question because I did come prepared. How do a lot of these stunt people prepare mentally for their stunts and for their roles that could potentially cause injury or death?
That's a fantastic question. And the biggest thing is preparation. So going into the stunt, making sure that you're working only with professionals. I can't tell you the number of sets that we've been on where it's not a professionally set up set. And now this is me coming on as an actor, and I'm looking around saying, I'm texting Kevin, you wouldn't believe what they're doing on the set. This is wrong. You have to do certain things a certain way. So the biggest thing is making sure that everything is properly prepared. And then the next thing is muscle memory. That's why, because a lot of people say, oh, I want to come in and I want to do 3 classes so that I can be a stunt performer. No. You don't go to basketball camp and learn how to shoot free throws, and now you're a basketball player. You have to train. You have to spend a long time training. So that's why some of our people that have trained with us for 6, 7, 8, 9 months are getting on set now. You don't get on set in the first month or the second month, not as a stunt performer, because you don't have that muscle memory yet. You don't know how to walk and chew bubble gum yet at the same time. And that's going to come by the repetition. And I can even see it. I'm not the stunt guy. Kevin is the stunt coordinator, stunt trainer. But even just the limited, what I've seen of him training them over the last year and a half, when I walk in, I see the difference already. Wow. I can say, oh, that's a new person, just by the way they're doing their roles, their setup. And I can say, now that's someone who's been doing it for a couple of months. The way he or she is jumping, the way they turn their body, the way they protect their face. It's those little things. That's what keeps you safe, is that body awareness and just automatically doing it without having to think about it.
Okay. I have a son that's 23 and he's 6'3". If I said, son, come to Florida, let's get you into stunt school.
Oh, he'd be great.
I mean, he literally, he was so excited about something. He did a backflip, and I'm like scared to, because he's a tall kid. He's tall and lanky, and he did a backflip. I'm like, please don't break your neck. Please don't break your neck. And he pulled it off. And he's always been that kid to climb trees and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell my son about this school down here and say, hey, why don't you come down to Florida, get a job, and go to stunt school?
Yeah.
Because he's good looking too. Like, I actually had 2 good looking sons.
Yes, you do. And what days are your classes?
So right now we're Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. And so, like I said, $150, train unlimited for the month.
Wow.
That is amazing.
He should definitely do it. What's Kevin's background? And also, what are the other success stories that have come around with your school?
So Kevin's background is that he has literally worked everywhere. I forget. He always tells it's over 60
Has he worked with Tom Cruise?
I would have to specifically ask him about individual actors, but I guarantee you the answer is probably yes, because he's worked with a lot of actors. He has been on a ton of sets, but I think his biggest background is actually being in different countries and working in circuses and working in other areas that you wouldn't necessarily think about. It's not all just film.
We need to interview him.
Yeah.
Oh, you would love him. My energy level is like nothing compared to that guy. That guy he's amazing. Everything is always happening. It's always big. It's always happening. Let's go.
So we definitely should take a little tour and come down to it and do some footage and everything to help promote you guys. Yeah. And then interview Kevin on the spot and maybe some of the students. Like, I'm into that type of stuff. I can't help it.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, we'd love to have you guys come by. It's a lot of fun because you get to see when it's being described, it's not quite as exciting as when you see someone with the wires. They have them attached at their hip on either side, and they do the Spider-Man jump, flip in the air, land, and they give the Spider-Man pose. And you're like, that looked so cool. Wow. When you see it, when you say, oh, someone did a Spider-Man flip, oh, that's cool. But when you see it, you're like, wow, that's something that I really want to do because it looks fun.
So for parents that have those kids that are doing it off the couch
and jumping around
and jumping from like one couch to another, chair, and then
stunt school,
and then climbing the walls with the monkey thing, and
they'll be so much happier if they come to the academy, because then they'll have lots of safety. They'll have padding everywhere.
Right.
And they'll be tied to the ropes and everything. Off of the sofa, I mean, who knows? That's just
well,
dangerous.
you always put the pillows down
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah, you put the
landing.
pillows,
I
yeah.
mean,
we have better
that's
pillows.
what we used to
We
do
have better
as
pillows.
kids.
Now you're also directing. You like to direct. Tell us about that.
I do. Yeah. You know, the directing was interesting. I actually got my start in directing when I was on set and a director got sick. We were shooting in a mine basically, and they still had the fumes and everything.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
It was, well, we didn't realize it. You know, it's one of those things you can't really tell. And a couple of people started getting headaches and started to feel a little nauseous. And so we were getting people in and out of the rooms. Well, the director and the director of photography both went down. And so I worked with the director's wife and I said, hey, we've got to continue shooting. So I'm gonna go ahead and direct if that's fine with you. She's like, yes, let's go. And so we jumped in and we ended up finishing out the day. And I said, I really love this directing. Well, you know, I looked at it more as I was having a lot of fun, but yes.
That's awesome.
So
sorry about the interruption. We probably, because I did a posting on Clearwater Beach Trips and Tips today for charters for Sunkiss. Charters.com with our pontoon business,
which you should totally do sometime.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I love being on the water.
Oh, we have 2 pontoon boats. We have our fishing poles, fishing license, all the snorkeling equipment, island hopping, dolphin shells. We have a porta potty on board, pet friendly.
Oh, and a pad, the
lily,
floating
but we got to
pad.
do that
Yeah.
for my birthday.
Yes,
yes,
yeah,
we're
absolutely.
taking my friends out, and big lily pad to float on. It's so enjoyable for your family, and it's
libations.
Pardon?
Libations, drinks.
Yeah, you can bring your own
snacks and drinks.
Yeah, we have
drinks.
chip soda and water complimentary.
Yeah, complimentary.
And we have 2 pontoon boats. If you have more than, of course, it's a 6-pack license that we have. So we have a Regal, that's a 40-foot Regal that goes out in the Gulf. And that's amazing. Now, if you're looking for deep sea fishing, that's totally different. We don't clean the fish. But I do have a guy named Mason called Fin Seekers. Highly recommend him. Tell him Don sent you, and he will take good care of you. Or you can try to get a hold of me on Facebook under Dawn Reese Show or Dawn Reese Show at yahoo.com.
You were supposed to jump in. She's looking at you.
Or no, sunkisscharters@gmail.com. There we go.
So I'm just thinking she needs to go to the escape room, to the relax.
Yes.
That's where I went today, the escape.
Yeah, I know we have a few
Center.
minutes. Do you want to stay with us or you have to go? You're more than welcome to interview David with us. It's up to you.
I do actually have to run in a few, but is he walking in a few
No,
moments?
he's going to be calling in. But
He's a call-in.
yes,
okay.
give us your website and where your address is at the stunt school and your phone number.
Okay, great. Thank you. It is the K, like Knights, K75 stuntacademy.com. And it's Kevin Rigo and David Syracusa. And my phone number is 813-267-4087. Come on out to class. Try us out. You're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. And I think you're going to learn a lot, really enjoy it. And it's going to be something that's going to be in your blood.
Very cool. Well, I've been so honored to have you here, and we look forward to popping in and doing interviews.
We're going to schedule that for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Absolutely.
See, this is what I'm saying, why I need to take my sabbatical so I can start
Do some fun
doing
things.
stuff like this, because that's where I'm happy and makes my soul smile.
Yes,
and,
your happy place.
Yes.
That's awesome. And I promise on the first day, we won't throw you off a roof or anything. So it'll be
as
very
long
calm
as
the
it's a
first day.
soft landing.
Well, you have to know how to land in order to make it soft.
On your back, on your side.
Well, there's lots of
tuck,
different ways. Yes,
tuck.
it depends if you're doing a front dive, back dive. It's crazy. Come out. You'll have a blast.
Okay.
We'll make sure it's safe.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to go into our second half hour with David.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
It's been
having
a
me.
pleasure having
Many
you
blessings.
Here. Yes.
Bye-bye.
So I just want to say, if you're looking for something fun to do as well, go to Splash Harbor Water Park and go down the Lazy River. And the Lazy River, thank you so much, David, for being here. It's one of my favorite spots and my happy places. I was in the Lazy River for 5.5 hours the other day.
Yeah, you look more tan.
Oh, well, I have a lot of sunscreen by David. And so, yes, Lazy River, Splash Harbor Water Park, check it out. And before, is David on the phone? Okay, we're going to be with him in just a second. And then we're going to talk about your little quick place that you went to. Do you want to do it now? And tell him?
Sure, while we're like...
Yeah, because David will be on the phone with us in a minute. And tell us what you found today.
So I found this place called Scape Wellness Center, I guess. It's near Countryside Mall. And for $99 a month, you go into a place where you get red light therapy, you get biofeedback mat therapy where you lay down in all these cool little loungers. You have a salt cave type place. You have a sound wave. You have red light therapy beds. I mean, it was so nice, so relaxing. A bunch of different types of massage chairs, but nothing compares to an actual human massaging you, and that would be me to come see me while I'm still at Essentials of Clearwater. I'm going to be there throughout the month of June, so definitely look up Essentials of Clearwater. I suck at memorizing numbers.
Well, we're going to go back. Let's go back, and you'll take me to this place, and on Ladies' Night Show, we'll talk about this amazing place that you found as well.
Yes.
What is it called?
Escape room. Escape.
Well, it's not like escape, like you go and find stuff.
No,
This is relaxation.
The escape rooms are different from Scape.
Right.
So when you use your GPS, it's just SCAPE. That's it.
Wow.
And it'll come up. It should take you over to Countryside
You could do it every
Boulevard.
day.
Yes. It's unlimited, $99 a month. You can go in every day for an hour and just bliss out. It is so calming, so relaxing. And not to mention that the type of equipment they have is top notch. Like, these owners are amazing what they put into it. The wife is a biochemist.
Wow.
She has this phenomenal background in science, and she was trying to prove her husband wrong about this stuff. And then she had a medical thing happen to her, and she found out, oh my gosh, all this type of stuff really does scientifically proven to help.
Let's get her on for the ladies show. Maybe she can be your guest to come on.
Yeah, I was talking to her about that.
Cool. Well, let's go. Before we go to David, I'm so excited to have him on. It's been a couple of years. And if you haven't seen the movie Mastermind on Netflix, it's back on. I was watching it the other night. I'm like, oh my God, I got to call David. I'm going to just play this clip before our amazing VIP guest is on the phone. And we have some updated questions of what he's been doing. And after the movie that they made on him with Zach Galifianakis, and Olin Wilson. And we'll be right back. And you can watch this movie right now tonight on Netflix. We'll be right back with the trailer.
My name is David Gant. I always felt I was destined for a life of adventure. It didn't quite pan out that way.
There he is,
I'm going to
the
watch
man
it
of
tonight.
your dreams. It's like you're marrying both of us, David. Me and Mama.
Don't speak, even whisper. Then one day, I met Miss Kelly Campbell.
What would you do with $1 million?
Probably start my own business. Maybe be a bounty hunter.
Nice.
Put a cap in their eye. Oh, that
Oh my gosh, David, let me see.
Oh, God.
I think that bullet just went straight between your cheeks.
Yeah, it feels like it just grazed my biscuits right there betwixt them.
Kelly tells me y'all work together over at Loomis. That strikes me as an incredible opportunity.
You talk about robbing a bank. How hard can it be? You load up a truck, and you drive away.
Police are calling it one of the largest cash heists ever.
17 million missing.
Authorities are now searching for this man.
Look at him. Look like Kenny Rogers and Kenny Loggins had a love child. And then Kenny G, he just showed up to the birthday party, started playing the flute, and messed this boy up.
Let's blow a zillion, baby. It's time to cut David Gant from the team.
We can't do this. This is wrong.
So, who y'all want me to kill?
Whoa. Not now, not in front of.
Is it one of them?
No.
Boys, go upstairs right now.
See y'all in a little bit.
I spend it all on you, and I'm real quick. Save chambers, double cross me.
David?
Yeah, right here, Sugar Bush, okay? Don't worry about a fight.
Oh,
Lord, that's a cheap door.
you gotta give me a 3 count next time.
Brush your boobies.
What?
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Welcome, David Gant from, they made the movie of him out from the movie Mastermind on Netflix right now. David, thank you for taking the time and joining us today.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome, Don, to always to get a chance to talk with you. I remember our interview from years ago. It was a great time.
I know. You know, some of the ladies, we have a ladies show in June. And before we start our with my girlfriend here, Jacqueline Mama J Speaks.
Hello.
Captain Tom was too tired. He's like, oh no, I have been on the cruise boat all day today. But I do want to say that if you're available, I know the ladies show on June 5th would love to talk to you as well. And they can watch the movie ahead of time. If you are available for a few minutes, we have another show with a bunch of ladies that's so much fun. And so I know Jacqueline has a couple of questions to ask you. She hasn't seen the movie yet.
I have not seen the movie, but that trailer, it sounds hilarious, looks hilarious. But I really want to know, how the heck did you pull it off? How did you get $17 million with all the mayhem that you went through?
Well, I'd worked for Fargo for about 2 years.
Oh.
And I worked my way up into became a vault superintendent.
Okay.
You see the movie.
They were short-handed, and I just ended up, with a great opportunity.
Wow.
Who's they?
Well, Wells Fargo, how to explain.
Was the characters like Olin Wilson and the other one, the girl that was in the movie, the blonde? Did they portray those people like they did in real
that
life?
helped you with the whole heist?
Yeah.
Well, you have to remember, it's not a documentary.
Right.
They took everything that happened and made it hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's very close to the truth.
Oh, now I'm totally interested.
So
I love movies like
Yeah.
that have a completely hilarious spin to it.
Yeah.
That's genius.
It is belly laughing. And I'm sure after it's not belly laughing, you, David, of course, what you had to go through. Were you actually engaged to somebody else at the time, like in the movie?
When they were filming the movie, I was with my wife I'm with now.
Okay. Because I know they had you with this girl that you were going to marry. They had all these photos and pictures. I forgot the actress's name.
Was that his wife in the movie?
No. Yeah, it was in the movie. No, his fiance, he was going to get married.
Oh. Was she the bad apple that inspired him to do this?
No.
No. But back then I was married at the time, and psychologically I was a mess.
Aww.
And I made a bad decision, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But the way my life has turned out, I really can't complain.
Right. Because you also have a book now that's out that people can buy about your life story, which is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's The Book of Dave.
The Book of Dave.
A new journey after a $17 million misstep. And it's a little self-help book that me and my wife put together from me while I was in prison. I psychoanalyzed myself.
Awesome.
I do not recommend it, but
I do it all the time.
Well, psychologically, the first step is to understand that you've got problems, and that usually hurts people's feelings right off the bat.
Oh, absolutely. It's called diving into the muck of the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a painful trip.
It is. It's painful and scary for a lot of people, but those of us that are strong, that we do it and we do our deep dives deep into the darkness of our own crevices of our souls, we become the superheroes that we can help inspire other people.
Well, I'll tell you what started. I was sitting there in prison, and it's a big open dormitory, and it's never quiet. I'm sitting on top of this steel bunk with a thin mattress, and I'm going, what have I done to myself? You know, I had a good upbringing, I had a good education, and here I am sitting across from people who can't read, you know.
Right.
And I'm like, how did I get here? And so I came up with a program where I would try stuff for like 30 days or so. And I tried yoga and all kinds of stuff. And I read a lot of self-help books and psychology books. And I just kind of worked it out for myself, what worked for me. And because a lot of self-help books, they preach down.
Yes.
They preach down to you.
Yep.
And so I would read them and I'd go through and throw out all the BS and boil it down to what they were really trying to say. And when I got done with prison, I had a stack of notebooks. And for the record, you know, yoga is a great thing to do. It keeps you in good shape. I wish I was still doing it.
How come you're not? Where do you live? Do you live here in town, or do you live in another place?
I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, go to Yoga Village.
Yoga Village?
There's a Yoga Village. Oh, you don't know about Yoga Village?
No.
Oh, girl, I got to tell you about Yoga Village.
Wow. So you were you had all these notebooks on what
How
you
many?
wrote.
How many notebooks did you end up having?
I ended up with probably 12 or 15.
Nice.
And they sat on the shelf for years. And my wife was like, are you ever going to do anything with these? I'm like, And she convinced me that we should take that and boil that down and come up with a really small, concise self-help book.
Wow.
And that's what we did.
Aww.
So how were you discovered for the movie Mastermind that they said, I'm going to make a movie about you with Zach and also Olin Wilson? Like, how did that come about?
Did you create a script in the midst of creating your book?
Oh, no, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I knew it was funny, but writing is really not my skill. My wife is the writer. But I'd come home from work and my cell phone rings and this guy tells me, oh, I'm with Relativity Media, so-and-so, and we want to make a movie about you.
Wow. And how did they find you?
Yeah. How did they find you?
Through Facebook.
Through Facebook? That was random.
Wow.
And I thought the guy was messing with me.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And so I laughed at him and hung up. And so a couple of days go by, and I get another call, and I indulge the guy. And I'm sitting in front of the computer, and I say, okay, if you're really so-and-so with Relativity Media, what's your name? And he gives me his name, and I Google him, and he pops up, assistant executive producer, Relativity Media, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
I'm like, oh,
wow.
Okay. And I talked to him, and we agreed to meet. And they flew out here to Jacksonville, and we sat down, talked about it. And I gave him the condensed version of the story. And to be honest, I forgot about it. Because almost a year passed.
Okay.
Wow, that's amazing.
And they called me again and said, we need you to fly out to LA and meet Jared Hess, the director. We want you to meet Zach Galifianakis too. And to be honest, I didn't know who either one of them were.
Oh, wow.
And so we had to have a marathon of Zach G movies. I mean, everybody knows who Owen Wilson was.
Oh, I love Olin Wilson.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors.
He's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the dark-headed one.
Oh.
He's
Zach.
cuter. No, the brother to Owen.
Oh, gotcha. The other
Yeah. Zach is just a funny guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a
And
picture
he's
of you
way-
and Zach Ganafalis together because he played you in the movie.
Yeah. And he's way smarter than you would think.
I love smart guys.
He's a hoot.
My favorite type of guy is the nerdy, good-looking one.
Keep an eye open, David. She's single.
He's married.
I know, but he has friends.
Okay, well, we'll see.
And she's a massage therapist.
I'm beyond just a massage therapist. Let's be real.
Anyways, so what happened after that, David?
I went out to LA and met Jared and Zach, and Zach and I hit it off, and I actually became really good friends with Jared Hess. And a few months later, they wanted me to come to Asheville, North Carolina. They
Love
were getting ready to
Asheville.
start production.
Nice. Now, did you get any royalties from the movie
Or like a cameo part in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cameo part and a free vacation.
Okay.
Where are you in the movie? I'm going to watch that again. What
Mhm.
part?
It's a very brief one. It's when they're in the cafe at the beginning,
Okay.
and the camera pans, and you'll see my ugly mug in the corner.
Oh, I'll have to look for that. So, I had a chance and I was very blessed to interview your family on another show before when we talked about this a few years ago. And they were saying how they were huddled together praying for you. And that was a whole different aspect of the funniness of the movie, of course, and how their prayers were very strong on you. How long were you away that you were away?
I was down in Mexico for almost 8 months.
So is that where
And
they
then-
found you in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was living it up.
Yeah.
He had gotten
Yeah.
$17 million. I don't blame you.
Well, did you buy anything like that you wanted to buy and you said, oh, this is so cool? I mean,
He had a little mansion, didn't you, in Mexico?
Well, my whole life I've been, never wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on a shopping spree, and if I wanted something, I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in a really nice house down in Mexico. It looks like a UFO, but it's like a tree house.
Oh, love those.
Wow.
And it comes with a cleaning service and everything. And you wake up and you look out on the mangroves, and there's fresh mangoes. I live pretty nice.
What did you have to give all those gifts back?
I have no idea.
How about the house?
Where they went?
Yeah.
Oh, the house. It went back to the original owner.
Oh,
gotcha. So what are you doing now, David? How many years ago did that happen?
See, that was October the 4th, 1997.
wow.
So
28 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Because I had a son born in 97.
Wow. And the movie's still playing on Netflix called Mastermind. If anybody has not, I just saw it the other day. I'm like, I got to watch this again. So that's.
We'll have a little watch fest or something.
Yeah.
We'll put it on Facebook.
Yeah. So, and where can they buy your book, David? Where do they find it?
It's on Amazon.
Called Book of David by David Gaunt.
Yeah.
Okay. And what
A New Path after a $17 million misstep.
Wow. So what are you doing now? And how is life and treating you? And is there any other things that you're looking forward to in the future?
No, well, me and my wife are enjoying. My daughter is just graduated high school, and so we're looking into a new chapter of our life.
Oh, empty nesters.
Yeah.
And I'm still working running heavy equipment for the same company. I've been there about 10 years.
Wow.
We're just enjoying life.
Yeah. Are you doing like
Yeah.
any book signings or anything? Or have you been like a guest speaker in different prisons or, men's groups or anything or like that?
Did you have a spiritual awakening from all this?
That too.
In a way. I've never been a fan of organized religion
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people will be mad about this, but the one thing that messes up to the church in general
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of the people that work there.
Yeah, I can see your point for sure.
But my wife's a devout. She goes every Sunday and
Wow.
she shares everything with me. And it's a good little church.
So you're getting spiritually fed from your wifey.
Right. Like I do with my husband.
Yeah, she's your little guardian angel, earth angel, that because of her prayer, how strong her connection is to her spirituality, that was what came over you to help you through the rough times that you went through and to get you through the times when you were locked up, to have the blessing that you got by turning this life faux pas into an amazing, funny movie for people. And then for you to be inspired to write an amazing book to help any normal person these days that have those faux pas.
Right. Do people meet you and do they realize who you are? I mean, have you had an experience where they're like, oh, you're the guy that they made the movie about?
Well, one of the favorite jokes they like to do at work is the people that know me and have known me for years. We get a new employee. I have to tell the whole story to whomever the new person is.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but do they recognize you in public? Like you're out? Has anyone noticed you or?
The only time that's happened, blessedly, is I was in Walmart of all places. And I think they were doing like a DVD for Mastermind.
Okay.
And this popped up and they had a picture of Zach and they had a picture of me. And then this young lady stops and she's looking. She turns and just looks at me dead in the face. You're him. I'm like, yeah. And
that's awesome.
So wow. David, I know it goes so fast, and I hope that someday you're down here, and I'd love to get you and your wife out on a boat ride on us, like I've told you before, on a pontoon boat, and just come out and relax. And you're not that far from Clearwater Beach, and that would be
only
on
4.5 hours.
Yeah. Come out and go intercoastal dolphin sightseeing, island hopping, fishing with
and then he can get a massage with his wife.
And you at Essential Spa. At
Essential Spa, you and your wife can come there and get a massage, a couple's massage. Make it a date with chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh,
yeah. Yes.
And then you could be on the show with us for like the whole hour at the station.
Yes. Come for like a little mini getaway for the weekend. Come in on a Thursday, get on our show, and then you can be here for the weekend. And I work on Saturdays at the spa, so you can go ahead and get that booked up. And
so
we'll plan it for you.
Yeah, please, David. The trip would be on us for the pontoon boat. So it's like 2 to 3 hours out there. Would be fun.
Well, and I'll tell you one of my wife's insights. She's like, if we take good care of men and women's mental health, our society will just improve dramatically.
Absolutely. I'm a strong proponent of that.
Yes, massages once in a while, take your me time, when you
self-care.
know that right.
And deal with your issues.
That's one of the issues with men is there's a stigma among men that if they look for therapy or talk about therapy, there's some, and that's something that we as a society need to get past.
Absolutely. Oh, I found a kava bar with men in there that are about being non-toxic males that are working on themselves.
Wow.
They're so nice and they're kind and they're masculine and they're single. And I'm just like, ooh, a candy store. But no, I behave myself.
My niece, before I was married, she's like, well, if you can't find it, go to the husband store in New York. When she was little. David, I have another question. One more final. Can you open an account at Wells Fargo now or not?
Oh no, I'm still banned from that bank.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, well.
I figure that. Yeah.
Well, at least you can open up accounts at other banks, though, right?
Will they let you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been a customer for Navy Federal for 20 something years now.
Did you serve in the Navy?
I was in the Army.
You were in the Army. Thank you for serving our country.
Thank you for your service.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed it.
Oh my goodness.
My grandson's in infantry right now. He just graduated from infantry with the Marines.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a tough job.
Yeah, I see that. But David, it's been such a pleasure, and I would love to meet you.
Thank you for joining us
I know.
and like having fun with us on your phone, but with us on air. It was wonderful to chit chat with you and get to know you.
Yeah, and I'd love to have you come down, please. And you're only a couple hour drive, and the water is so beautiful. And just, I know you're up by the water as well. Just come out for a boat ride with us. We'll cover everything and just come out and relax.
Okay, doke. We'll see if we can make that happen.
That would be so fun. And then get you on a Thursday where you stay overnight. You come to the station here for an hour. And we could do like an autograph book signing like I did with Mama Ali, Muhammad Ali's ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I met Muhammad Ali once.
Oh.
Well, we know his ex-wife.
Yeah, Mama Ali.
Mama Ali. She's a hoot. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's a Pisces. That's
I met him at the very end of his close to the end of his life.
Wow.
And I was working in Hilton Head, and he flew in, and I got to shake his hand and meet him.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. That's awesome. David, again, I can't tell everybody, watch the movie Mastermind, Zach Galifianakis, right? And Owen Wilson. And we're going to close, and we'll play that trailer right now. David, thank you so much. God bless you, everybody, for listening. Hollywood Connections. Bye. I'll see you next week with another major film director. I'm Dawn Reese, and we'll play that trailer. Watch it tonight on Netflix. Bye, everyone. Bye, David.
My name is David Gant. I always felt I was destined for a life of adventure. It didn't quite pan out that way.
There he is, the man of your dreams. It's like you're marrying both of us, David. Me and Mama.
Don't speak, even whisper.
Then one day, I met Miss Kelly Campbell.
What would you do with $1 million?
Probably start my own business. Maybe be a bounty hunter.
Nice.
You know, put a cap in her house.
Oh, that burns!
Oh, my gosh, David, let me see.
Oh, God.
I think that bullet just went straight between your cheeks.
Yeah, it feels like it just grazed my biscuits right there betwixt them.
Kelly tells me y'all work together over at Loomis. That strikes me as an incredible opportunity.
You talking about robbing a bank?
How hard can it be? You load up a truck, and you drive away.
Police are calling it one of the largest cash heists ever.
17 million missing.
Authorities are now searching for this man.
Look at him. Look like Kenny Rogers and Kenny Loggins had a love child. And then Kenny G, he just showed up to the birthday party, started playing the flute, and messed this boy up.
Let's blow a zillion,
It's time to cut David Gant from the team.
We can't do this. This is wrong.
So, who y'all want me to kill?
Whoa! Not now, not in front of.
Is it one of them?
No.
Boys, go upstairs right now.
See y'all in a little bit.
I spend it all on you, and I get them real quick.
Save chambers, double cross me.
David?
Yeah, right here, sugar bush, okay? Don't worry about a thing.
Oh!
Lord, that's a cheap door.